for them. Let me bring back in our French politics editor, Mark Perelman. And Mark, for the vast majority of people in France, it is a day of celebration, isn't it? Bastille Day. But we can't forget what happened in Nice 5 years ago in 2016. 86 people were killed in a terrorist attack then on Bastille Day. And I believe some of the policemen involved on that day are being honoured during today's celebrations.
Yes, absolutely. It was a dreadful day on the Promenade des Anglais, as the seafront is known in Nice, when a truck barreled into a crowd that was celebrating the fireworks, the traditional Bastille Day fireworks in Nice, and 86 people died, and this has really been a trauma for the city of Nice and for France, because obviously such an attack on Bastille Day was highly symbolic. And yes, we'll see some of the Nice police force on the Champs-Elysées tonight. It's very unusual to have policemen. This is a day for the military, and have municipal police, as they're known, on the Champs-Elysées. This will be a first, and yes, so this will be obviously a very symbolic moment, just to remind people that yes, terrorism is pretty much still in the minds of the authorities. They've been obviously extremely busy with COVID, but there are other issues, and terrorism in France, terrorism abroad is also part of the picture, sadly.
Yeah, and I wonder whether you think that issues around terrorism will be a big issue for the French election campaign. And I ask that because this is the last Bastille Day that will be presided over by Emmanuel Macron in this presidency. He, of course, is fighting for re-election next year. How important are ceremonies like this when it comes to him trying to present himself on the French stage?
Well, obviously, it's important for him to stage it again after it was scrapped last year because of sanitary issues. It's always important for a president. Normally, they give an interview on Bastille Day. He didn't do so. He gave an address 2 days ago, basically announcing some new restrictions. He certainly didn't want to do this, and he certainly wanted to project himself towards the next presidential election scheduled for April 10th and April 24th of next year. So that's very short. The issue of terrorism will always be there, and let's hope not, but it could be there if there are further attacks between now and the election. We've seen a number of attacks, not those large-scale attacks we were just thinking about Nice, but more individuals taking a knife and killing people. We've seen this in France, we've seen this in other places in Europe, and even elsewhere. So that's obviously a possibility, and the fight against terrorism, security will be an issue. Obviously, some politicians are trying to use the issue of Islamist terrorism as a wedge to talk also about immigration and security, at the lack of response from Emmanuel Macron.
Well, I was going